Dominic Reyes came out and said, and I must disclose to you, Dominic has been a guest on the show. He trains with Dan Henderson, which means I feel Dominic's my teammate. That's how I feel. Never met him, but he trains with the guy that trained me. That makes Dominic and I something. So, and I thought that he beat John Jones. I really thought it was 3 rounds to 2. He should have got recognized. So I do want something good to happen to Dom. That's a side note and not what I come to you with. I read an interview this morning that Dominic did, and he made the following statement. I am not going to come back until 2022. I need to give a rest to my brain. He then elaborated on that and talked about the shots to the head, some of the trauma, the fact that he wants to go on and have grandkids someday and he wants to be there for them. Now, none of us would disagree. That's heavy stuff. What he just said is heavy, heavy stuff. Is he sharing too much? When I read this, guys, I got uncomfortable. I don't disagree with any of it. I find it mature. I appreciate it. I support what Dominic's doing. I felt uncomfortable. Did you? And if so, why? And what do we do? There are some guys that fight with a certain style. The ones that we love. Wanderlei Silva, Shogun. These guys that we sit back and we admire. They have these Arturo Gatti moments. They have Rocky moments. Wanderlei Silva and Shogun are so tough, you can't even use a real person to compare them to. You have to go to a fictional character in a movie known as Rocky. Those guys do it in real life. But over a period of time, is that wise? Personal choice. One of the fighters who I've met in my journey, who I respect the most, and respect is a different word. That's different than like. That's different than fear. Respect the most is Brian Stann. I voted for Brian Stann for president twice. You can look that up. Clackamas County in Oregon, he received a vote twice for president. That was me. Brian talked about this a lot. He didn't do it publicly. He did this privately. But he shared with me, Chael, I got to be real careful. And these were Brian Stann's words back to me, because I don't know anything about it. I don't know a damn thing about this head trauma. I don't know anything about a concussion. I don't know anything about wear and tear. I don't know anything about it. I thought these guys were kind of wimps that talked about it. That's what I thought. I don't currently think, but I did. Brian said, Chael, you don't understand. I don't have the wrestling background you have. I got heavy hands and a good, strong chin. I go have a fight. It's very different than you going and having a fight. You are taking people down and you're using control. I, even in victory, am taking full blast shots if I'm tough enough to take them or if I am quick enough to get out of the way. Regardless of getting my hand raised or not, I'm taking shots that you're not. I just listened. I said nothing back. But I also didn't know that about myself. Now, I don't say this to bring Chael into it. There's guys that fight like me. There's guys that like to grab a hold of you versus guys like Wanderlei and Shogun, Brian Stann, that want to go out there and bludgeon and see who's got the power, who can take the bigger shot. Dominic Reyes would fall into that category. Dominic Reyes' style and Brian Stann's style is the same style. They're good at everything. Dominic's long. He's very big. I mean, Stann's like 6'4". He will hit you harder than hell, but he'll also be in a position where you can hit him harder than hell, and it's a very real thing. Is it our business? Is it the viewer's business? I can only speak for myself. I was uncomfortable. I just as a fan, and I love this sport so much, but there's a couple of things that I need. And in this order, number one, I need somebody here who wants to be here. And at the absolute bottom of the list, where I will not even tune in, I will not tune in. And I'm a huge fan. I don't know anybody that's a bigger fan than me. Maybe equals, but not bigger. I will not tune in. You will not get my time, money, or attention if I find out anywhere that you're here because you feel you have to be. That could be for the paycheck. That could be to satisfy a contract. But if you are not willingly here, I'm out. It feels weird. John Jones, just by example, know a name that you would recognize. for whatever reason that John's not getting in there, and John is saying, well, I'll do things I don't want to do if you pay me more money. I don't feel right if I'm the promoter. I don't feel right. I don't want to put you in there. And even if it's for the money, I don't want to talk you into it. I need to work with guys who want to be here, right? It goes from I have to do it to I get to do it to I want to do it. And if you're in I have to do it, I can't support that. I'm personalizing it, but that's for me. So somebody needs to rest for any reason, full support. I get it. But I don't know if I ever needed to be told that. Do you want to be here? And we have a contact sport. There was many, many years that went by where people were calling our sport horrible things. Horrible, human cockfighting. Just these terrible, rude, extremely rude things to say for athletes that are sacrificing and working hard towards a dream that happens to be MMA. And I remember when Dana White finally got asked about this. This was going on in all the media, and somebody called him out live. You want to know what Dana said? Dana said, I would certainly agree it's not good for you. And the entire narrative changed. Everybody thought we're going to get him. We're going to put him in a corner. We're going to take these guys off TV. Some guy finally draws the short straw, gets to call Dana White out in front of the world. Dana told him the truth. There was nothing you could do. Dana did not play any kind of game. He said, I think we can all agree, it's not good for you. They shut up. The topics changed. Those few words. The truth will set you free. And but I feel that same way. I love the sport. I think people should be allowed to do the sport. And I believe in rules and commissions and sanction. I believe in practice, good headgear, good sparring, not fighting in practice, sparring. I have things that I believe in. But I also understand this is a contact sport. And I don't want to force someone to be here. For right now, Dominic's going to take a little bit of time off. I want to see Dominic be more active, but what I want doesn't trump what he wants. He knows himself. I just don't ever see, and I've never seen it. I'm open to it if you guys want to bring me a suggestion. I've never seen any human being get better at something by not doing it. Rest is important. Rest is a very real thing. So I'm open to learning something here from Dominic. But I'd like to hear that he's still in the practice room. I'd like to hear that he's still jumping rope. He's still doing focus mitts. I'd like to hear that his reaction and his timing is there. Not that he's going to come back, time removed, and now be even more of a target. Dominic doesn't owe us anything. I would like it, though, if Dominic responded. I would like to know what it's going to look like between now and then, which sounds like 2022, according to him. What's going to be different? What is it you're working on? What is it you're improving on? That's Dom's business. If he's open to it, Dom, please, I'd love to hear from you.